Hello everyone, it is Thursday, August the 14th, feast of St. Maximilian Kolbe, and it's also the vigil, or at least tonight is the vigil of the Assumption of Our Lady, body and soul into heaven. First reading, taken from Joshua. Early in the morning, Joshua rose and set out with all the Israelites, and they came to the Jordan. They camped there before crossing. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "This day I will begin to exalt you in the sight of all Israel, so that they may know that I will be with you as I was with Moses." So over near to the end, then the people crossed over opposite Jericho, while all Israel were crossing over on dry ground. So the river Jordan divides, just like the Red Sea. This is a new Exodus, right? They're going into the promised land. So they're going out of the desert. They went out of Egypt. They were meant to go right to the promised land. They rejected that. Now God is, after the 40 years, is leading them into the promised land. It's another Exodus. While all Israel were crossing over on dry ground, the priests who bore the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord stood on dry ground in the middle of the Jordan, and so on. You and I are also have been delivered into the so-called promised land. It's really the hors d'oeuvres before the full course meal. The hors d'oeuvres are the church. The church, we have been delivered through baptism and the other sacraments, prepared for heaven itself, the beatific vision. The closest thing to that here in this world is the Catholic Church. It is the kingdom of God on earth. You know, it's still to be fully realized when Christ returns, but it's got the fullness of truth, the fullness of grace, all the scriptures, and it is. As long as we live the life of the church, we are going to be saved, pure and simple. Over to the gospel. Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, if my brother or sister sins against me, how often would I forgive? As many as 7 times?" Jesus said to Peter, "Not 7, but I tell you 77 times." And Peter must have dropped his jaw because he was limiting it. And he says, God doesn't limit it. As long as you have breath in your body, life in this world, and you're sincere, you're contrite, repentant, God will always forgive you, no matter what you've done. That's how you should be with your brother and sister. It's what makes us most godlike. Think about it. It's not physical power, it's forgiveness and mercy. That's what makes us godlike. So if you want to be godlike, then be merciful, which doesn't mean being weak or meek in a spineless kind of way, but truly meek and merciful as God is merciful here in this world. God bless you.